హలో అండ్ వెల్కమ్ టు సుమన్ టీవీ. సో ఈ రోజున నాతో పాటు నిజంగా నేను మనందరి కోసం కావాల్సిన ఆ భవిష్యత్తు కోసం కానివ్వండి, ఆ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో, ఎస్, డైరెక్ట్గా యునైటెడ్ కింగ్డమ్ నుంచి ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ మనకు వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి. అండ్ ఆల్రెడీ దీని గురించి మనం మాట్లాడుకోబోతున్నాము. మన భవిష్యత్తుని ఒక ఆంట్రప్రినర్ లాగా, ఒక ఎస్ఎంఈ కంపెనీ లాగా ఎలాగైతే మనం కలలు గనేసి ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, ఇవన్నిటి కోసము ఎస్, మన భారత ప్రభుత్వము, మన ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు యునైటెడ్ కింగ్డమ్ ప్రధానమంత్రి గారితో ఒక ఒప్పందాన్ని చేసుకున్నారు. దాన్ని అంటారు ఫ్రీ ట్రేడ్ అగ్రిమెంట్. సో దీని గురించే కాకుండా నాతో పాటు ఇప్పుడు షేర్ చేసుకోబోతున్నారు వారి పర్సనల్ జర్నీ అండ్ వారి లైఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. ఎస్, మనకు చాలా ముఖ్యమైన సమయం ఇచ్చారు. అండ్ వారే బ్రిటిష్ డిప్యూటీ హై కమిషనర్ శ్రీ గ్యారెత్ విన్ ఓవెన్ సార్ మనతో పాటు ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నారు. అండ్ ఆయన గారు ఈ భవిష్యత్తు గురించి మాట్లాడబోతున్నారు. ఆయన పర్సనల్ లైఫ్ గురించి కూడా మనం తెలుసుకోబోతున్నాము. ఇది ఒక రేర్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. ఇది ఒక ఫస్ట్ టైం ఇన్ ఇండియా. ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం దిట్ పాడ్కాస్ట్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్లీ ఫర్ ఇండియన్స్. So we are going to complete this podcast in a 360-degree manner. Now just listen to this, start making points, and of course leave your comments, because we would love to share all our experiences and all our expertise with you so that you can be more successful in your life. So let's start. Sir, welcome to Suman TV.
Anil, thank you very much. It's lovely to be here. So thank you for the invitation.
It's a great opportunity, and we would always make sure that our viewers are the beneficiaries of this particular podcast. And it's wonderful that you are going to share your views with us, your insights with us, and India is looking forward for that.
Thank you.
And at the same time, the great friendship and the agreement between the two nations has been really driving force behind this. And today I'm so elated to ask you some personal questions at the same time, and also some beneficiary questions to all our Indians. They want to love this podcast, and I'm sure of that. So let's start. So what inspired you to join the diplomatic service, and how has been your journey so far?
What inspired me? I've always had an interest in foreign affairs. I remember the fall of the Iron Curtain, the impact that had on the UK, on Europe, on the world, and it stuck with me for a long time. And then I've always had a passion to travel, to see the world, experience different countries, different cultures, and therefore joining the Foreign Service was a very natural progression in terms of combining these two interests of both a big interest in international affairs, what's going on in the world around us, but also this opportunity to go to these far off places, living in countries where I'd probably never visit or wouldn't stay a long time in. And it's been a wonderful journey. India, Hyderabad is my fifth posting overseas. I've had a lot of variety. I've spent time in Russia, I've spent time in Iran, and I've now been in Hyderabad. I've just celebrated 3 years in the job. Wow. So it's a very timely opportunity to come and talk to you as I look back about my 3 years here in Hyderabad, covering Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Great. There's a saying in Hyderabad, like, anybody who touches Hyderabad or stays in Hyderabad becomes a Hyderabadi in the entire world. So we would love for you would be savoring lots of biryanis and lots of Hyderabadi famous food here.
Yes.
Especially like there's a place called in Hyderabad, many places are there, like the special biryanis are served. I think you must have had a taste of that.
Far too many, I'd say. From the amount of work I have to do in the gym, I'd say I indulge too much in some of the treats of Hyderabad. But you're absolutely right. The warmth, the welcome that I've had, my family have had in our 3 years in Hyderabad makes it a very, very special place, and a job overseas that will stay with us for a very, very long time.
Wow. So how do you balance your professional duties and with your personal life?
That's a really good question, and it's a tough one. It takes a hard sometimes. No, I can't do that. And why can't you do it? Because you have a personal commitment. I have two small children. They are now 12 and 14, and I need to spend time with them. I need to make sure that they see me, and they don't just see me over breakfast in the morning. And so often, especially at weekends, it's carving out time to spend with the family, and therefore we can enjoy Hyderabad and India together, rather than me doing my work, me being at this event, me speaking at on this panel. So it's sometimes it's really tough, because I really enjoy the job. This is for any diplomat. I would say being the head of an office, especially the head of an office here in Hyderabad, it's very special. It's really interesting, and there's more to be done than there are hours in the day.
True.
So therefore, it is sometimes it's quite difficult to say no to interesting events. But I also need to recognise that for me and my family, sometimes you need to say no, because family time is really important.
Agreed. What has been your most memorable experience in India? Very especially, I would love to know about both the Telugu states.
Yeah.
What attracted you most in both the Telugu states?
I would say I will cheat here and probably give you three. I'll give you three highlights for me. One was last January. We had the England cricket team. The first test took place in Hyderabad, so it was a highlight for me to welcome the England cricket team to Hyderabad as they started the 5-match series with India, and of course we won that match, which was good news. The rest of the series did not go the way I'd like, but to know that here in Hyderabad, to welcome the team to India, and to see them win the first test, that was very special. That was very special, especially because of in both the UK and India, we are all passionate about cricket. So to meet some of my cricket heroes, it was really special, really nice moment.
Excellent.
I think in addition, work-wise, I'm not sure if you're aware, but every year we run a competition which is called Deputy High Commissioner for the Day. It's open to young girls who, for one day a year, take my job.
Wow.
So if today was that day, it wouldn't be me sitting in this chair.
Okay.
It would be someone else.
Okay.
A young girl that we've selected to take on my role for the day. In my time here, there have been 3 Deputy High Commissioners for the day, and they are fantastic experiences. We go around the city. We talk to businesses. We talk to schools. They do media interviews as well as sharing my life. They share some of their life as well, and it's a very rewarding experience, a very humbling experience to see these young girls taking on the job of the Deputy High Commissioner for the day. They get something out of it, but we certainly get something out of it as well, and it's really enjoyable.
This reminds me of 2 things. One is, turning their dreams into reality.
Exactly.
That's a very rare opportunity. And second thing, it comes with huge responsibilities.
It does.
So being a British Deputy High Commissioner's duties to be, executed in one day, and there's no times for that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I look back and I think about what I was like around their age, 22, 23. I could not do it.
Absolutely.
I could not do it. So it's really impressive, and it's a very enjoyable experience.
Wow.
And then finally, on the cultural side, one of the elements I enjoy here is that spiritual, religious element. Whether I've spent a couple of days in Varanasi, which was very spiritual. In terms of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, I adore going to all the temples that these 2 states have to offer. Whether it's Tirupati, I really enjoyed some time in Sri Kalahasti as well. A temple where you just sit and watch the world go by, and it's very quiet. You can just have time to yourself. Here in Telangana, there's the Yadadari temple as well, which I've been to a number of times as well, and I find them all as someone who is not very religious.
Yes.
I find these very spiritual, special moments where all of a sudden you can take some inner thinking to yourself as well, and contemplate the world around you.
The aura of that place is really peaceful.
Exactly.
Yes, very peaceful place.
Exactly. and you realise you need opportunities like
Correct.
that. And you try to do it at home, but there are always going to be other distractions.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes when I'm out on my bicycle, I see that as an opportunity. But of course, you're thinking about traffic and cycling and how much further do I need to go on my bicycle? Whereas sitting in a special religious place like one of these temples really gives you that opportunity just to decompress
Wow.
and think.
Now, I have one important question here. As a person, you get to meet lots of VVIPs, the chief ministers of many states, especially including both the Telugu states as well. How has been your experience, all these 3 years? You must have met lots of delegates representing the local governments here. So especially if I start with Telangana, how was your experience in the last 3 years?
I've really enjoyed meeting the ministers, the chief ministers, the senior officials as well, because we have lots to talk about. We have lots of areas where we want to explore, where the UK and Telangana can work together. So therefore, meeting the chief minister really it's an important part of the job, but it's an enjoyable part of the job because it shows what we want to do together.
Yes.
It shows where we can see opportunities to strengthen our partnerships and our collaborations.
Okay.
That's one of the main areas of my work. How do I, representing the UK, strengthen the UK's links with Telangana and Andhra Pradesh? And meeting the chief ministers, meeting the ministers is a crucial part of that. And I find it very, very, very rewarding. And also just to hear firsthand, especially from the chief ministers, what are their priorities? What are on their minds? And where do they see the opportunities to work together with the UK? Especially when you look at the Telugu-speaking states, very, very strong links with the US. Wow. As you know, it's extremely strong links already with the US through the large diaspora from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And therefore, looking at those opportunities for the UK it's a nice challenge.
Wow.
It's a nice challenge.
Great to hear that. Okay. So I would love to know the majorly, our viewers who have a very big, kind of a personality, an idol, a beloved star, mega star, So how was your experience, meeting mega star Chiranjeevi Garu and the mega star Chiranjeevi sir, what was the kind of feeling you got? Because, we adore him a lot.
Exactly.
And he is like, the god of all the Telugu viewers here. And when he comes up on the screen, he literally fires it.
Yes.
So we wanted to, everybody wants to see him in action in their personal daily life.
Yes.
But when you met him, what was your experience?
Oh, I've been very fortunate to meet him 2 or 3 times. One time was across the road from your studio in his blood bank.
Yeah.
It was very, very special.
Wow.
I did not fully realise how prominent he is, how important he is, how much loved he is by everyone across the two states. But he's so humble about it.
Yes.
You would not realise that this is a person that when he goes outside, when he leaves his door, one of the things he faces is people just wanting to be near him and see him. I have so much respect for Chiranjeevi and others like him, because you see it, and they are that sort of life where you probably can't go to a restaurant because people want to be with you.
True.
You can't walk around the city because people want to meet you as well.
Yes.
Earlier in the year, he was in London. He received an award from one of the committees in Parliament.
Wow.
And I think that the lovely story from that is that people were so keen to meet him. They were so keen to be involved in this special moment. I think the noise created, the disturbances created, our Parliament has never seen before.
Oh,
people were cheering and clapping too much, wanting to be part of this very, very special celebration for Chiranjeevi. we all got a bit of a telling off. You were too noisy. You were too loud. You there were too many of you.
That's the trailer of our megastar.
That's it. That's it. Yep. What can you do? What can you do?
Absolutely, he is being loved by many.
Exactly.
One in many. So I have another good, a very good question here. This is being actually with lots of public demand. So they wanted to know their British Deputy High Commissioner very closely. So that because as the partnership getting very closer, especially when we are coming to talk about the FTA part, we would love to know what was the before the FTA and what is going to be changing after FTA agreement.
Sure.
So we would love to know that too. But before that, I would like to get an example, like what are some of your hobbies and your activities when you're not working?
I'd break it down into 2 or 3 areas. One is being active, the gym. I like cycling. We're close to the KBR Park here, so many mornings you'll find me cycling around KBR Park on the road for some exercise. Sometimes accompanied by our 12-year-old son who enjoys it as well. I like going to the gym. I need to go to the gym.
Okay.
I think that's more a case of enjoying some of the delights of Hyderabad. It forces you to go to the gym. At home, I like doing jigsaws. Very calming.
Okay.
Very relaxing. I've just started a new jigsaw, and I don't know how many of your listeners or viewers enjoy jigsaws, but they'll probably understand this. So last night I went to bed. I completed the outer element of the jigsaw, except for one piece. There was one piece missing, and it was one of those annoying things where I just could not see it. So I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and I found it.
Wow.
And that was it. That's all I did.
Okay.
I found that one piece.
Okay.
So I completed the edges of the jigsaw.
Okay.
Incredibly satisfying.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Okay, there's a whole 950 other pieces to fill in, but I found that one piece this morning.
That one was bothering you a couple of hours earlier.
I was able. Sometimes you have to give up. You have to say, right, I'm not going to find it tonight. My eyes are not going to see it. And then woke up in the morning, and there it was.
Okay, great. So let's start with this first question. I would like to know the agreement between the United Kingdom, government of UK, and the government of India. Our beloved Prime Minister, broke that news to all Indians, and it was like a welcoming sign, and it was a great opportunity between the two nations. They can exchange a lot of knowledge, lots of services, and lots of business and economic activity can be improved between both the nations. And we as looking towards lots of activities of economics, especially, which can provide lots of employment to lots of population. So can you tell us what was the kind of life before the FTA agreement in the last 3 years, as you have experienced in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh? So what has been the kind of thing? Was it something missing, or was it required at the right time it came? So we would love to know, before the FTA agreement, what was the scene like here in both the Telugu states?
Before the FTA agreement, or the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, as it's called, our trade links were strong. Bilateral trade was growing every year. It's currently around £42 billion bilateral trade between India and the UK. So it's substantial, and it has been. We've seen a massive growth over the last 4 or 5 years. So the Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement, or the FTA, that really is going to help turbocharge this trade relationship. From a strong position anyway. But it will create lots more opportunities for trade in goods and services between the UK and India, and there'll be some opportunities there for Andhra Pradesh and Telangana as well, in terms of taking advantage of this new free trade agreement between India and the UK.
Okay. What was the reaction from the local government authorities, like in state of Telangana or in the state of Andhra Pradesh? What was the kind of inquiries, or what was the kind of feedback you received from both the governments here?
It's all very positive. And what are the opportunities? How can we utilise the FTA to strengthen links between the
Both the
UK
countries.
and Telangana
Okay.
and Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Now, we would love to know, like, as per as the British Deputy High Commissioner, what could be your guidance? What could be your, kind of idea to pursue this FTA agreement opportunity for all the Indians or for all the UK citizens?
Sure. I've been looking at it very much from the direction of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. What are the benefits? How are they going to how is the FTA going to help the two states?
Correct.
How is it going to help me deliver
Yes.
my job? And what does it mean for businesses?
True.
If we look at Andhra Pradesh, one of the key areas of the free trade agreement is over seafood.
Oh.
Andhra Pradesh is a major
Yes.
seafood exporter, but exports to the UK remain relatively small compared to exports to other countries.
Okay.
And therefore, the free trade agreement, which will reduce tariffs, it will work on mutual recognition of certification as well, will hopefully mean there'll be a greater opportunity for seafood exporters from Andhra Pradesh to export to the UK. There's also a very, very good opportunity there in terms of food processing.
Okay.
India, there is a big opportunity to grow the food processing sector in India, and this FTA will support that because it will support more export of processed food to the UK as well. So that's one of those big opportunities. If you're looking at it from somewhere like Andhra Pradesh, which is a very, very green and fertile state, that's an important agricultural sector. The FTA will certainly opens more opportunities in those areas. Textiles for both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, that's also a key area as well. We'll see the tariffs will come down.
Yeah.
As you know, under the FTA, 99% of tariffs to the UK will be liberalised.
Wow.
So that's a massive indication of how important our relationship is with India and how we see there are big opportunities to grow economic and trade links.
Wow.
And therefore, for the textile industries for both states,
Okay.
again, the FTA will offer some large opportunities. There'll also be opportunities in coffee as well. I'm a big fan of some of the coffee that comes out of Andhra Pradesh, and therefore there'll be opportunities there. For Telangana, obviously Telangana is a big services tech state. It's a big state for pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
Pharmaceuticals, the tariffs will come down to zero, so they will be liberalised.
Wow.
There are also opportunities within the FTA to see more joint innovation between companies in the UK and companies in India.
Okay.
I think as COVID showed us, some of the global health challenges,
Yes.
they need global solutions, and the FTA will support more collaboration between companies in the UK and companies in India to maybe develop new drugs and new vaccines. And then certainly for the services sector, which of course is very, very, very important for Telangana, one of the key areas I've heard about for a number of years is about mobility.
Okay.
And the FTA supports both short-term mobility, so improves business mobility and company-to-company mobility between India and the UK. And it also removes an area where companies have found difficulty, which is over social security payments, where at the moment, especially for Indian employees who go over to the UK for 2 or 3 years, they have to pay social security in India, but they were also paying social security in the UK.
Okay.
And therefore, alongside the free trade agreement, there is a convention that means once it is ratified, you only have to pay your social security payments in one country.
Okay.
In your home country.
Wow.
So that is certainly from the companies I've spoken to here in Telangana, that's a really important element
Okay.
of what was agreed with the FTA.
Well, I would like to take this opportunity, sir. Suman TV is a very big platform which provides lots of knowledge through education, through educational videos. We create lots of content to our prospective viewers who are especially, they could be men or women, and there could be also some housewives and mothers who are looking to become a very big entrepreneur. So I think this is a great opportunity for all of them. Once they are entering into a professional arena, I think they can take the opportunity to expand their business and do lots of inter-country collaborations and lots of exports through services or products. And it could also be a handicraft product. It could be many other specialized products which are being, completely done by the artisans of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh as well. And I think the future holds a lot of big promise. So here, Suman TV would be more than happy to collaborate and to bridge this gap of giving them lots of information like regular updates from the UK High Commission, and so that we can provide this information to all our viewers, and they can, in return, they can send you mails or queries or information. How can they reach you? Like if somebody wants to express their interest in doing that collaboration with UK. So is there any opportunity, sir?
I think there'll be plenty of opportunities for that, and thank you very much for offering that, because that's really useful.
Yes.
Both for us.
Yes.
And for businesses out there, because what we want.
Yes.
We want every business, every entrepreneur, every innovator in both the UK and India to take advantage of what is a very, very comprehensive and broad FTA, which for both India and the UK is probably a blueprint for future FTAs that both countries sign with other countries. This is a brilliant FTA, something we are both very proud of in terms of what we achieved and what we achieved so quickly. 3 years is a relatively short time to agree an FTA.
Yes.
But also, as I said, it's very comprehensive. It's very broad, and I think for both countries, it has created this blueprint that we can carry on forward into other free trade agreement negotiations. So, and I would welcome, and we would welcome, that opportunity to continue this conversation about what are those very specific opportunities. Now, as you say, it was signed last month. No, it was signed in July in the UK. It will take about 12 months to come into force, but after that, let's look for some opportunities to carry on this conversation, and maybe with some of the feedback you receive, some of the queries you receive, we can look at seeing how we answer those questions.
Yes.
And for those who look at the UK-India relationship, a lot when Prime Minister Modi was in the UK in July and the FTA was signed, alongside the FTA was agreed a document called India-UK Vision 2035.
Wow.
It talks about how we have a strong relationship between the UK and India already. How can we make it even stronger?
Absolutely.
And it covers 5 key areas.
Wow.
One is growth.
Okay.
One is defence and security. But key areas I'd like to highlight, it covers education. Wow. How do we strengthen education links between the UK and India?
Yes.
We're seeing a number of UK universities open campuses, or announce that they're going to open campuses here in India, but there's more that we can do. It also covers technology as well. How do we strengthen links with technology, especially new and emerging tech? So there are lots of opportunities, not only in the free trade agreement, but also in the India-UK Vision 2035, which is a document, which is a really strong statement about where our prime ministers want to take our relationship over the next 10 years.
Okay, great. In fact, it's news to all those viewers who are watching this podcast, because all these opportunities have just begun. So
Exactly.
This is just the first kind of a month what we are witnessing, and this is going to hold a lots of big promise to all those entrepreneurs, innovators, and in fact all the business women, especially I would like, because we get lots of viewership from lots of women, especially 70% of the viewership is from the women who are waiting to explore all the possibilities of becoming a great
Yep.
kind of a businesswoman. So I think it's wonderful opportunity for all of them. And here comes all the women have a lots of demand to know more about the tourism policies in UK. Like, what tourism announcement can you make in this podcast for us?
In terms of the free trade agreement, I think there are probably two things that I can highlight in particular for business women. One, it has a chapter focused on gender.
Okay.
This is the first FTA India has signed where there is a specific chapter on gender.
Okay.
So it's something we are both very, very, very proud about. Secondly, for those entrepreneurs and innovators who are starting their journey, there's also a lot in the free trade agreement in terms of supporting small and medium-sized enterprises.
Okay.
The Indian economy, the UK economy are bedrock of small and medium-sized enterprises.
Wow.
And therefore the free trade agreement is very much looking at how can we strengthen the links between those two sectors, because we do recognise how important they are for our economic growth, not only for their contribution to our economy, but also their contribution in terms of employment as well.
Okay, great. So I have a couple of questions here. How will the are there any specific timelines or milestones the UK is targeting for the completion of this FTA, sir?
We hopefully
Okay.
it will come in force in about less than 12 months' time. So it has to be ratified by our Parliament. The Indian system needs to put in place all the various protocols and guidelines, and therefore, hopefully, if you and I met in 12 months' time, the FTA would already be in force.
Oh, that's really a good news.
Yeah.
That's great news, in fact, to all of our viewers. You are going to prepare all your groundwork. Do it now. Get yourself ready and wait to explore the entire opportunities and become billionaires. So, with that, I would love to ask you a few more questions here, sir. What are the business opportunities for Indians apart from the exports of seafood, and apart from textiles and technology services, and what about the other things are we looking at? Because India is no doubt, especially Telangana state is the vaccine capital. So for the entire world during the COVID. So there are lots of opportunities between kind of different collaborations of pharmaceutical companies having tie-ups, or different companies which are looking forward for more manufacturing opportunities, because UK technology is one of the considered as the greatest technologies, and now Indians are going to get benefited with this FTA agreement.
Yes.
So what are the kind of things you're looking at?
In the pharmaceuticals and life sciences side, the free trade agreement supports both tariff liberalisations for equipment from the UK and equipment from India. But as I said earlier, it also supports more company partnerships, collaborations. I do believe that there is that possibility of seeing an Indian company and a British company work together to develop a new vaccine or a new drug, and that's within the FTA as well. Just encouraging more collaboration in terms of new drug or vaccine development.
Okay. Now, London is known in the entire world for fashion.
Fashion, yes.
And fashion goes with lots of accessories, like, it could be jewelry or it could be clothing. It could, they create the trend. So now India has got a big opportunity to cater to that kind of a big market.
Yes.
Where is the huge amount of orders being flowing in. So this is already happening. But now after the FTA agreement, we might get a opportunity like an MFN status, like most favored nation kind of an opportunity. So wherein Indian kind of works which are being showed onto their clothing and all can be highlighted in the London Fashion Week shows and all. So what's the kind of opportunity can we look at?
Well, one of the big opportunities is liberalisation of the tariffs.
Yes.
All of a sudden, that's a brilliant opportunity. I've been having discussions with DG Foreign Trade, which is part of the Ministry of Commerce in India, and they've been talking about how they see the FTA as a great opportunity to have more Indian business delegations visiting the UK, visiting around big events. You talk about London Fashion Week,
Yes.
massive event which is growing every year. Hopefully, there will be this opportunity to bring Indian entrepreneurs, Indian businesses over to the UK during the London Fashion Week, so they can see for themselves, they can promote themselves in one of the largest fashion events that the world has. And there's certainly, what I am hearing from DG Foreign Trade is that there is a really big commitment to seeing a greater number of business delegations going from India, visiting the UK to explore the UK market and see for themselves these new opportunities that the FTA has created, and we will be doing the same. We already have a good drumbeat of business delegations visiting India.
Okay.
We're going to increase that because both sides, we are fully committed to taking advantage of this brilliant foreign trade agreement.
This reminds me of a very important thing, sir. Both the nations hold a lots of historic culture. So the culture also brings both the nations very close. When it comes to the British culture, the British culture is so famous in India at the same time, and Indian culture is taking over the world, no doubt. And now I would like to know, what are the possibilities in, doing lots of trade activities, highlighting the different cultures of different parts of UK and different parts of India. Because you go every 100 miles in India, you can see new different language being spoken by local people. So it's like a huge unification of different kind of cultures in India, which can thoroughly, inspire the entire world. And now this opportunity is being provided by FTA agreement. And I think we can also talk about the educational part, because we can teach about each other's culture at the same time, highlight at the same time. And education is really going to help lots of, prospective learners. And I also heard that British, High Commission is also organizing courses over here, especially the journalists and all. So could you tell us more about that?
Sure. I think on the education side, I can mention two things. As I mentioned, the India-UK Vision 2035, education is one of the 5 key pillars.
Okay.
We want to see stronger links. We're very fortunate that at the moment we're seeing Indian students travelling to the UK in record numbers.
Oh yes.
And it's something we're very, very proud. We're very proud of. What we want to see is more British students coming over to India for exactly the reasons you set out.
Okay.
And therefore, we hope that the India-UK Vision 2035 will help facilitate that, and we can see more British students coming over to spend time here in India. Okay. We also we have a flagship program, a scholarship program called Chevening. This is where it is our global scholarship program, and in India we have our largest program here in India. We offer the most scholarships to Indian students. We have the largest alumni. The largest alumni for our Chevening program is here in India. The Chevening Scholarship Scheme is currently open. The closing date is the 7th of October. And we would encourage many of your viewers, many of your listeners, if they're interested in studying a postgraduate degree in the UK, which has one of the greatest education systems in the world. We have 4 of the top 5 universities, 2 of the top 3. So we hold our own when it comes to education. We offer a good education package. I would encourage people, your viewers, your listeners, if they are interested in studying in the UK, doing for a postgraduate degree, please look at our Chevening program. The window is open for the next month for a fully funded course in the UK for 26-27.
Wow, sounds great. So with this, I would love to, last but not the least, very important question, sir. In the last 3 years, it's been a great journey by Gareth, sir, in both the Telugu states. And now, what you look forward for the future kind of work and the responsibilities and the other opportunities. I think you're going to get even more busier. Why? Because the FTA agreement is going to come into force, and now lots of new opportunities are be about to open. So what can we look forward from the British High Commission? We all Indians are ready to implement and ready to take the opportunity. Please do let us know, sir.
Hopefully there'll be more business delegations visiting India. Hopefully there'll be more Indian business delegations visiting the UK.
Okay.
We are all working. We have a big network in India. We have a network of 8 posts across all the major cities. One of the key focuses is education. Helps facilitate more and more people-to-people links. And when you grow those people-to-people links, you grow better understanding of each other. And that's really important, because especially from those people-to-people links, business links grow, technology links grow, other education links grow, government links grow. So it's a really important element of strengthening those people-to-people links. And I want to see more British students visiting India.
Yes.
Coming to see this wonderful country and seeing for themselves what they're missing out, seeing for themselves the new modern India, which is now, what is it, the 4th largest economy in the world, or the 5th largest economy?
Yes.
I can't remember exactly where it is at the moment, but seeing for themselves what India is in the 21st century, and see for themselves the progression, and it's also the ambition of not only India, the country, but Indian people themselves.
Gareth, so we would love to know the kind of opportunity what every company is going to get later on if they want to move into UK, or the UK companies wants to mobilize their entire sources to India and set up an office here.
Sure.
How can they do it going forward?
Sure. I think there are a couple of areas to cover there. We're seeing India now as the 2nd largest investor into the UK. And we have a team here in Hyderabad of 2 people who help support Indian companies who want to expand into the UK, and into not only expanding into the UK market, but also using the UK as a base to access other markets, whether it's Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and elsewhere. So please, if some of your viewers, some of your listeners are interested in expanding their business into the UK, please come to us, because we have 2 specialists working in our office who are there to help people who are looking to invest in the UK. And also an important part of this, and this has come out in the Free Trade Agreement, is mobility.
Okay.
The FTA includes a chapter which covers short-term mobility to make it easier. For example, for a company from India to send an employee to the UK for a couple of weeks on a short-term visit. So that's within the Free Trade Agreement in terms of short-term mobility. Alongside the Free Trade Agreement, we've also agreed something called a double contribution convention.
Okay.
And this helps resolve an issue which has been the double payment of social security payments. So, for example, an Indian employee sent over to the UK on a work visa to work in the UK for 2 or 3 years, was paying social security in India, but also needed to pay social security in the UK.
Okay.
This double contribution convention now resolve those issues, and the Indian employee will now only need to pay social security in India for the first 3 years of their working in the UK. Okay. And this is really important because there are lots of companies that I've spoken to where this has been a barrier to sending more employees from India to the UK because of this double payment of social security. So this agreement again illustrates how we want to strengthen links between Indian companies and UK companies, and it is removing one of these barriers that has had an impact.
Okay, sounds really good. In fact, if anybody wants to get more details, or if they have queries, I think they can go to the official website of the British High Commission, and they can mail it to you, and your team can do the rest.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct. There is plenty of information out there. like everyone else, I use a lot of AI at the moment, and it is wonderful for giving you
All the information.
everything you need. Obviously, sometimes you need to look at things carefully, but overall, yes, there is lots of information there about the double contribution convention, which, as I said, will really help businesses when they're planning how to work in another country, and in particular when they're looking to send staff overseas.
రైట్. సో చూసారు కదండి, ఇప్పటిదాకా మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా, స్పెషల్లీ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ ఆ ఇండియన్స్, కానీ ప్రత్యేకంగా తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకులందరి కోసము ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఉన్న మన తెలుగు వాళ్ళు కానివ్వండి, అండ్ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో కానివ్వండి, ప్రపంచం అంతట్లో ఎక్కడున్నా కానీ మీ అందరి కోసము ఇదొక స్పెషల్ పాడ్కాస్ట్, ఇదొక స్పెషల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. యూకే గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి ఇండియన్స్కి అండ్ ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి యూకే సిటిజన్స్కి అందరికీ కూడా ఒక ఇంటర్చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎంటైర్ బిజినెస్ యాక్టివిటీ జరగబోతుంది, స్టార్ట్ కాబోతుంది. దీని గురించి ఇంకా ఎక్కువగా తెలుసుకోవాలి అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా మీకు ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా నేను మీకు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాను పర్సనల్గా. నాతో కాల్ చేసి మాట్లాడండి, లేదంటే యూకే హై కమిషన్ వారి అఫిషియల్ వెబ్సైట్కి వెళ్ళేసి అక్కడ మీ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా కనుక్కోవచ్చు. అండ్ ఎలాంటి కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా కానీ అప్రోచ్ అయ్యే ముందు పూర్తిగా హోంవర్క్ చేసుకోండి. కంప్లీట్గా ఒక కాంక్రీట్ డెసిషన్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాతే ఈ ఆపర్చునిటీ గురించి మీరు అప్రోచ్ అవ్వండి. అండ్ ఎలాంటి కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రశ్నలు ఉన్నా కానీ ఖచ్చితంగా సార్ వాళ్ళ టీం ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళ వైపు నుంచి పూర్తి సహాయం అందజేస్తారు. అండ్ మీకు ఒకవేళ అర్జెంటుగా ఏదైనా తెలుసుకోవాలి, రైట్ నౌ మీరు ఏదైనా మిడిల్లో ఉన్నారంటే ఆ విషయాలన్నీ కూడా మీకు తెలియజేస్తాను. చూస్తూనే ఉండండి. ఈ రోజు నుంచి మొదలైన బ్రిటిష్ హై కమిషన్ నుంచి రాబోయే అప్డేట్స్ కూడా ఫర్దర్ నెలల్లో, వారాల్లో రాబోతుంది. మీకు యాజ్ అండ్ వెన్ ఏవైతే మాకు అనౌన్స్మెంట్ జరగబోతున్నాయో బ్రిటిష్ హై కమిషన్ నుంచి, వాళ్ళ వైపు నుంచి వచ్చిన ప్రతి అప్డేట్ కూడా మీకు నేను అందజేస్తాను పర్సనల్గా. సో చూస్తూనే ఉండండి సుమన్ టీవీ, డోంట్ మిస్ ఇట్. Thank you so very much for visiting Suman TV, sir.
Anil, thank you very much. It was really enjoyable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.